Hello, this is a kind of like how I made the barrier. So I started off with these two traffic barriers. So like these, when like for example they're doing gasworks and stuff, I took some of these, I pulled the ends off, I drilled these two pieces of wood on here, and I put these two on, then this, and then later this to make it look better, and then drilled them in here. That was the base. That was kind of the base thing. Then I attached them with these little bolt type. What they're called? I forgot what they're called. I know what they're called, but I keep forgetting what they're called. That's the actual barrier. If I was gonna put boom lights on, I'd put one here and one here. I might make the boom lights, but if I can get my hand on some, halogen boom lights, then I will definitely put them on this barrier. The only problem with putting them barrier lights on, the halogen ones, will be that isn't it like 240 volts or something, and that will require me to hook it up to the mains, and I don't really have any mains plugs outside. But anyway, this is the barrier. The skirting I made with these brackets. So I found these on the street. So then I cut them down, and then I drilled these holes through, and then obviously put some of these on. And then I cut these to the size, and I used some nuts and bolts to connect them to the bottom thing. And overall, it folds pretty smoothly. I'd maybe put something here in the future, like they put on SPX barriers, to stop it swinging freely, like the old GWE barriers do, because they swing freely because they haven't got that little tie on it there. But SPX barriers do, because they put them there, and then sometimes they break, and then they do what GWE barriers do and swing around. And then the barrier itself, like the overall design, is a bit of a mix of the NRS barrier and a Mark 1 Penguin barrier. A bit of a mix of them. Obviously, it's a bit offset. If you can tell, I can tell on camera, but it's a bit offset. So the actual barrier, like the hinge that connects it, is basically these two plates here. I connected them to these two pieces of wood, and it uses crap wood, so I needed to secure them with these two poles, metal poles. And then obviously to hold the barrier, because it's quite heavy because of the counterweights. I'll get to the counterweights in a sec. But I used these to connect them. And then I drilled here and under the barrier as well. The counterweights, I used two big bricks, and although it's not perfectly balanced, I can raise it with reasonable. It's kind of easy. It's quite easy. I put this here, so when it's raised, it doesn't go back. And I pulled this pole out a bit to secure it a bit more when it's raised. I don't leave it raised because I think it'll damage it if it lowers in the wind. I used my old scooter from ages ago to secure the barrier because I don't really have anything else. To connect the counterweight to the barrier, I drilled through the bricks, and I secured it to this little piece of wood here that is bending quite a bit, and then I connected that to the metal pole in this piece of wood using another one of these. If I go around the barrier, same on this side. I use one of these, and then for extra safety, I added these. Don't know why, but I added them for some extra safety. It makes the barrier creak a lot because it's rubbing with the wood, and it makes it creak a lot. So that's the actual barrier arm, and then the stand, obviously 2 big pieces of wood held together with this piece of wood with 2 of these brackets here, and then to hold it down I put these bricks on, and then to stop it rocking about and falling over I use these, which aren't very good. I think I might secure them a bit later. These are the things that were on the ends of the barriers. They went like that, but I pulled them off because I think it looks a bit better. Yeah, 2 bricks. Same on this side as well. And yeah, I secured it to this, and I put 2 brackets here, one there and one there. So yeah, that's about it. I don't have any yod alarms yet, because number 1, I don't have any money for them. Number 2, I don't think my parents really want me having a yod alarm either. But if I were to get a yod alarm, I'd put one here, maybe, because I wouldn't really have anywhere else to put it. And preferably for an alarm, because I live in Manchester, and the old alarms that they used, I think, were the YO3Js, because Clayton Bridge used them, Navigation Road used them, and apparently Trafford Park used them as well. So yeah, I'll raise it as well, and I use this piece of wood to obviously hold it on. So I'll raise it. So yeah, I pulled that metal pole out so it holds the barrier a bit better in place. But yeah, this is the skirting. It makes quite a nice noise. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.